Aaron, Phil Colon from the show. How are you feeling about the team chemistry going into the postseason?
Excited. We got a really good group here, tight-knit bond that we've kind of developed all the way to even before spring training. We got a good group of guys that came out early down to Tampa and started working out, started talking, and I think it's just built over the course of 162 ups and downs, adversity. But this team's built for it, and got some good chemistry going into the postseason.
Historically, there's always been like a role player that kind of comes out of nowhere during the postseason and kind of drives the team all the way to the chip. Is there anyone on your team that you're feeling can have that impact?
I like every single guy we got on our roster. It's an exciting time of year where, like you said, anything can happen. You never know who's going to step up, have that big moment, have that big play. But I think everybody in this roster is primed to, have a big moment like that. And like I said, over the course of what we've done this whole season, there's been some good times, some bad times, but I think that ultimately prepares you for, the real season now in the postseason.
Any questions? Get you the microphone.
Aaron, you just said you think everybody's primed to have that moment. For you as the captain, you haven't really had that October moment in your career. Do you feel any pressure to perform this time of year more so than the regular season?
It's just about going out there and trying to do your job. If guys are on base, try to drive them in. If not, move them over. Just try to do the things we've been doing all year. So it's really not about putting any pressure on anybody. It's the same game we've been playing all year.
One row behind, Jalen.
Aaron, you guys are facing the Kansas City Royals. What's your impressions of just seeing them, I guess, in the postseason and what they've done, and also Bobby Witt Jr.? I know you guys have kind of went back and forth, maybe in the AL MVP race.
Yeah, they're an exciting team, to see where they've come from last year and then, pushing themselves all the way into the postseason this year. It's been an impressive run and fun to watch. Just athletic guys all around the diamond on that team. And it's, like you said, starting with Bobby Witt, what he's done this year. It's been fun to watch him develop, the past couple seasons into what he's doing now, leading this team into the postseason. So, man, they're tough at bats. They got great speed. Great defense all around. They play great fundamental baseball. So it's going to they're not going to give you too many mistakes or too many errors. So you got to go out there and earn every run and every hit you get, which will be fun and definitely exciting.
Up front of your left, Aaron, Chris.
Aaron, Glaber's had an uneven season from struggling in the first half to getting benched, and now he's kind of turned his season around, especially in these past 2 months. How do you feel like he's just handled everything mentally?
He's been great. He's definitely mentally strong, mentally tough. I think that's one you got to have that trait if you're going to play here in New York. So, he's, like you said, it's been an up and down year for him, but he's continued to show up every single day. Continues to work, continues to try to improve, and then, he gets that opportunity again in the leadoff spot to do his job, and he's kind of ran with it. So excited for him to go out there and do what he does in the postseason.
Gary.
Waka's had some success against you in the past. Just what makes him a tough matchup?
He's a great pitcher. He's got 5 or 6 different pitches he can throw. Got good feel for his fastball, changeup. Works that cutter to both sides of the plate. Man, he comes after you, man. It's a tough at bat, but definitely a fun one.
Up front on your right, Aaron, Peter.
Aaron, how would you assess Garrett Cole's season, and just how much confidence do you have going into Game 1 knowing he's on the mound?
Yeah, this season's tough because, coming back from, injury like that, anything with the elbow for a pitcher is tough. So I kind of threw away the first, 4 or 5 starts that he had coming back because that was basically his spring training. Basically, it's time to kind of ramp up and get back into the feel of the game speed and, just kind of get your feet underneath you a little bit. But, what I saw from his past couple starts, how, especially his last one, going up against Baltimore, a tough team, and how he was able to attack a lot of those hitters and come after them. Great feel, great control for all his pitches. I'm excited to have him out there. There's nobody else I want out on the mound for Game 1 than Garrett.
Go to Greg in the second row.
Aaron, you mentioned the other day getting within a game of the World Series your rookie year and then kind of almost expecting that every year around here. How much has that kind of stuck with you over the years, not being able to get back in that position?
Well, it eats at me every time we don't, finish a job, and I think it's I take a lot of responsibility for that, being on the team. And, if we don't win at all, I feel like it's my fault. So, we got a good group, though. Like I've been saying, we got good chemistry. We got a good group of guys in here who battled through a lot. So, we're definitely excited to rewrite the ship and, go out there and do our thing. Just kind of take it one game at a time. And, if we take care of our business and what we got to do, we'll be where we want to be.
So Ron in the first row, then Brian.
The feeling that anything less than a title is an unsuccessful season. It's different. Other teams, division titles are success. Did that feeling here come from day one when you were drafted and walked in? Did you learn it through the minor league system when you got to the Bronx?
I think it's just always how I've been. I think how my dad taught me playing anything is you're going out here, even if it's a pickup basketball game in the front yard, you're here to win. That's all that matters. If you don't win, then what are we doing out here? So I think it kind of started with that, and I had great coaching along the way at Fresno State who had the same mentality of, going out there and laying it all on the line, and if you don't win, then, start over and let's get it next year. So I think that's where, my coach, Mike Batesel, at the time when I got drafted by the Yankees, said, hey, this is the best place for you to go. They have the same mentality as you that, they're here to win championships, and that's all that really matters. So I think it was I'm blessed to be in the right spot at the right time, surrounded by some great people that, had to think the same as me.
Across the aisle, Brian.
How would you describe what it's been like to hit behind Juan Soto all season?
Oof, it's been a treat. Definitely been a treat, and excited to see, what he does now in the postseason. It's just tough at bat. I get a chance to see 8 to 12 pitches every single time I'm on deck there. I got to get a feel of what the pitchers, hey, what's he feeling today? What's working for him? What's he trusting with 2 strikes? So it's, if there's nobody on base, he's going to get on base for you. He'll move guys over when he needs to. You see him multiple times trying to go up there and bunt. If we got a guy on first base, just to get a guy in scoring position for me. So he's just the ultimate team player, ultimate guy you want, up there at the top of your lineup. And, looking forward to hitting behind him for a while in this postseason.
Last couple questions for Aaron. Justin, and then we'll finish up over here.
Aaron, hitter to hitter, what do you see when you watch Bobby Witt swing?
No real holes. I see guys trying to throw up and in, throw in on him, and he can, fight you off and drill it to right. Or if he's looking for something in there, he'll leave the park to left field. Off-speed pitches. He does such a good job of staying in his legs. He's just a complete hitter. I don't know really what else to say. And, even if he gets a single, I kept him at first. Well, in a couple pitches, he might be at second base and at third base. So he's just a threat, at all times when he's on the field, even on defense. But just as a hitter, man, he's a complete hitter, can hit any pitch, and no moment's too big for him. And he's, we saw it in this wild card series against the Orioles. He had I think all the game-winning RBIs for the team. So it just speaks volumes to not only the type of player he is, but just the type of grit he's got.
Finish up in the left center aisle in the fourth row.
Aaron, you guys finished with the best record in the American League, so you get home field through the CS. Can you talk about what an advantage it is to play here in front of the fans in the Bronx, especially in October?
They're a rowdy bunch out there. They've been rowdy all year too. But they've been definitely waiting for this, especially missing out on it last year. I think they're going to be packing this house out, all postseason long. They get this place rocking all the way from the intros in the beginning, which is always my favorite. So, we'll see what they bring tomorrow night.
Phil Colon from El Show. How are you feeling physically and mentally going into the postseason this year?
Feeling good. We had a few days to sharpen some things up and relax a bit, as well as get some work in. So I think me and everyone's excited to get going tomorrow.
How about the energy of the squad? How's the chemistry feeling going into this postseason?
Great, as it has been all year. And yeah, we've been off enough. We're just ready to rock.
Questions for Giancarlo? Peter on your left.
Hi, Giancarlo. Is it cool to be joining this, I guess, Yankees-Royals rivalry that dates back so many decades in the playoffs?
I wasn't too aware of it, to be honest. But yeah, we're here now, and make a new one or a current one. But the focus is to get the series, so we don't want it to be much of a rivalry.
Any questions? We'll go to Bob.
Giancarlo, you've played with some Yankee teams that have almost gotten to the World Series and some teams that never even made it to the playoffs. I'm just curious, what is your intuition about this team this year? What does your gut tell you?
We need to get it done. I mean, there's so many obstacles or reasons or rhymes that hasn't happened in the years past. So, we have the group to do it. Now we got to put together. I mean, there's a thing about talking about it and what's on paper and all that, but at the end of the day, we got to get it done, execute, and we have the best team for that.
Go to Greg in the second row on your right.
Aaron Judge was just in here saying, like, every October that you guys don't make it to the World Series, he feels like there's a responsibility on his part, that it's his fault. How much have you sensed that weighing on him at all as the years kind of go by without a championship here? I mean,
well, he and we understand the weight of what we need to do, the importance of this time, the importance of bringing a championship to the city, and yeah, as the years go on, it's why you don't take this time for granted. You're not guaranteed these moments, these times, and as the years have gone on of not accomplishing that, that window isn't going to be open forever.
Go to Ron in the first row.
This season, adding Juan to the batting order with you and Aaron, and now you have Austin in the middle there too, has it changed the way pitchers pitch when they get to you?
I've just loved the dynamic of it, of the right, left, where it makes it very difficult to make a decision on the other side of who do you want to have a better matchup, and what part of the game is it, the weight of each at bat. So it's very interesting, and it does help us to get a better look, and yeah, it's been cool.
Do you notice it being more stressful for opposing pitchers, that dynamic?
For sure. The lineups, one side heavy loaded. It's a pretty simple decision. It's not too much strategy there, but we make it tougher on them.
Go to Ian in the second row on your left.
You've had some pretty good playoff moments in your career. What do you like most about playing this time of year?
The weight of the moment. I mean, it's every pitch can be the deciding factor of your season. So every out, every pitch is accumulate of the 6-7 years of preparation for this. So you can't shy away from that. You have to understand that and embrace it and quiet it and get it done.